Hello, my name is Chen Yi Lim, and I'm a co-director of Sibling Architecture. Today, I'm really pleased to be presenting the Glassbook House. We entered this into the Alterations and Additions category in the New South Wales Institute Awards. So the Glassbook House is a two-storey rear addition to a detached brick dwelling in Tempe. Our client is a retired English literature academic, and her brief asked us to reimagine her home as a sanctuary for herself and her vast collection of books. Our approach is to focus all the key social spaces, so the living, the kitchen and the study, around a wall of shelves that spans the full height of a new light-filled addition. So the project is in the residential pocket of Tempe. It's built on the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. The neighbourhood is bordered by the Cooks River, the Illawarra train line, and it's less than 100 metres away from the Princes Highway and also just under the airport flight path. The character of the street is a modest combination of Federation-style brick and rendered dwellings, and this is our house at 50 Station Street, in its original condition, hiding behind a neglected front yard. Existing drawings here show a typical planning layout. A series of rooms come off the corridor with the kitchen and bathroom at the rear. You can see in the section here that there's a level change across the site with a half-level drop down to the backyard. So the house was in pretty good condition. This bottom panorama is taken from the dining room and down the hallway to the front door. It shows the original walls painted this kind of suffocating peach colour. However, there were some really rich heritage details in the ceilings and also in the window seats in the dining room. The top left image is of the kitchen, and it shows a single door access to the backyard. And this is the back elevation here of the yard. I should mention that this is at the southern end of the site, and so the yard always felt quite overshadowed by the building above. So this just quickly shows the extent of works we undertook to the existing dwelling. We retained most of the cottage, demolishing just the rear kitchen and bathrooms to reconnect it to the backyard with a new two-storey addition. The client's brief also asked for a reconfiguration of this second bedroom into a new bathroom. So these are just a series of diagrams explaining the architectural moves we took with the design. So this first one is just showing the two-storey addition to the rear, where we've angled the roof to draw northern light deep into this space. The addition is built right onto the eastern boundary, and so this part of the building form is dropped down to lessen the impact onto its neighbours. The window openings here bring in morning light and also frame out views across the neighbourhood. Now that the two-storey addition is stepped down, it connects to the level of the backyard. We treated the rear southern facade of the addition as a light box, so with glass blocks bringing in soft light deep within the home and into the first floor study, which is flanked with a full height bookshelf that extends to the level below. The transparent mesh floor also allows for vertical connection down to the kitchen below. And in this diagram here, you can understand the split level relationship between the original living room and the new kitchen here. So this is the floor plan of the house. The house is now 100 square metres. You can see that the extension at the rear steps down to the new kitchen space and up to the new first floor study space. The second bedroom is now a bathroom and laundry with a separate toilet. The front two rooms remain as they are in their function. The changes to the plan of the house are unique in that it removes that formalised bedroom, replacing it with a bathroom, but it also increases the diversity of living and social spaces throughout. These sections further illustrate the split level relationship between old and new. And you can see the different roof sections showing the condition at the eastern boundary. We always wanted to treat the facade as this soft, transparent element rather than as a heavy, looming element over the backyard. Glass blocks were chosen not only for this quality, but also because they have a relatively higher acoustic rating, which we needed being within an aircraft noise-affected area. You can see the airplane overhead here in this image. We didn't do too much to the front, other than remove and prune back the overgrown vegetation to reveal the brick veranda behind, reinstating its amenity as a social space that interfaces with the street. When you enter the house and come down the hall, you get this view of a new window and light coming through the glass blocks. You can see the bookshelf along the eastern wall. This is standing in the original dining room, which is now open to the kitchen dining below. Large format tiles line the floor and walls of the extension. The peachy terracotta colour, a reminder of the original interior. The kitchen is kept relatively simple with a deep blue palette complementary to the tiles. The bird in the background. So this is looking back to the original dining room. The deep kitchen bench at this level change meant that we didn't need to have a balustrade here. We didn't do too much to the original house other than sand back the floors and paint over the peach walls. The stair and the kitchen joinery were integrated into a single sculptural element. This leads up to the first floor study, which is a really delightfully lofty space with the full glass block wall and feature window complete with a seat. So you can see the square perforated mesh floor here. This transparency really lets you experience the full extent of the books across both floors. Here's another shot of the stair. It's kind of holding together the old and new parts of the home. So being mindful of the budget of the project, we use relatively standard materials throughout. This is just a powder-coated rolled mesh balustrade. The bookshelf and floor structure are just standard LVLs with a soft clear wash over to protect it. We really wanted to bring the warmth and rawness of this material into the home, being conscious of like the clean-cut kind of sterile nature that glass blocks can sometimes bring. We treated the window with a textured stainless steel surround to reflect the sky. So looking back from the extension, you can see straight down the hall to the front door. This has really opened up the airflow throughout the house, and I should say that there are solar panels and a new water tank connected to the toilet, laundry and garden. This is the new bathroom and laundry converted from the second bedroom. We put in these new partitions and kept them at 2100 off the decorative ceiling above. The blue grid tiles continue throughout all the wet areas. It's a custom glass block light within that joinery there. In the evening, the project really glows. You get a hint of what might be going on within. We had a really great time working on this project with a wonderful client and an excellent builder. Even though it's a small project, the impact has been huge for our client, especially in these last few months of ISO, where she's been able to retreat with her books in her new glass block house. So our favourite project entered in this year's awards has to be the Phoenix Building by John Wardle Architects and Durbach Jaggers. We've been watching it under construction over the last year or so. It's a beautifully crafted sculptural and cultural addition to Sydney CBD. We can't wait to get inside and see some more of the spaces here. We're particularly interested in, I guess, the collaborative relationship between Melbourne and Sydney-based practice and the wonderful outcome that has come of it. Thank you.